Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Zarif, present Introduction to Company Accounting. Companies in Malaysia are entities incorporated under the Company Act 2016 or Company Act 1965. It can be incorporated as company with registration requirement of Company Commission Malaysia (CCM). Classification Company on Company Act 2016. First is company limited by shares if the liability of its member is limited to the amount, if any, unpaid own shares held by the members. Two is company limited by guarantee if the liability of its member is limited such amount as the member undertake to contribute in the event of its being wound. Three is unlimited company if there is no limit on the liability of its member. Next is type of company measure. Number one is public company. Minimum number of members is 1 to unlimited. Have Berhad at the end of their name. Listed in Bursa Malaysia. 2 is private company. Minimum number of members is 1 to 50. Prohibited from issuing share and debentures. Have Sendirian Berhad. 3 is exempt private company. Private limited company with not more than 20 members may not required to file account with CCM. 4 is foreign company, incorporated outside Malaysia but carry business in Malaysia. 5 is investment company, public company engaged primarily in investment in marketable security for the purpose of revenue and not for the purpose of exercising company. Thank you. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Faizan Zambi Mahdi. Today I'm going to present to you about the registration requirement based on Companies Commission of Malaysia CCM and Financial Reporting requirement based on Companies Act 2016 and Financial Reporting Act 1997. So we move to our first agenda, which is the registration requirement based on Companies Commission of Malaysia CCM. So the registration requirement is have six, which is for first the name of company. The name can may be registered by using personal name or using trade name. So the status of company, which is whether it's private or public. The nature of business, the main focus of what company does in particular sector or industry, which is either survey business, merchandising business, and manufacturing business. So the next is registered office, the official address of the incorporated company or the official address of the company, the HQ, headquarter. So next is if the company limited by share, the detail of class of share, the number of share held by each member should be sent to SSM also. And if the company limited by quarantine, the amount of the member undertakes to contribute to the asset of the company also should be to send to SSM. So next is the lastly the requirement, which is the name, education, nationality, and the resident of directors. So SS has stated that the owner must be Malaysian citizen or permanent resident in Malaysia. Owner partners must be 18 years old. Only owner or partners allowed to submit the application. So there is a 6 requirement that been asking by SSM. So we move to our next agenda, which is financial reporting requirement based on Company Act 2016 and Financial Reporting Act 1997. So for Company Act 97, states that accounting record to be kept and written to be submitted to authorities financial report and statement prepared by directors and managers. So the next is Financial Reporting Act 1997 had created two independent body, which is FRF, Financial Reporting Foundation, and Malaysian Accounting Standard Board, MASP. And this Financial Reporting Act 1997 also amended the MASP to adopt and issue financial reporting standards. So next is Section 243 to Section 251 in Company Act 2016. So this state that financial statement to be prepared and present according to financial reporting standards. Financial statement should be governed by statutory or other regulatory pronouncement. And the directors should keep the accounting and the records. And This record should be kept in such a manner to enable the transition of financial statement to be convenient and properly audited. And all country records, all the transactions should be recorded in 60 days and should be saved or retained for 7 years. So next is in financial statement. Director of every company are possible for preparation in every year, and the limit time is not more than 50 months. So every year should be have a financial statement, and the duration is not more than 50 months. So next is the financial statement annually audited before distribution to member, before the member or annual general meeting before the AGM. Uh, the financial statement should be done, and it should be done. Next is financial statement including the separation should be true and fair view of financial position and financial performance. So position and financial position and performance should be true and fair view. So next is this statement should be approved by board directors and have a statutory declaration made by a director for the financial management of the company. So if financial statement. So next is the director report section 252. Direction reports should be attached with financial statement of the company. The director report might be also contain a business review. Business review may contain a fair review of the company business, description of company principal risk and uncertainty facing, and analyzing of the company development and performance. So there is a requirement um, in this principle in this act. So that is from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Taufik bin Muhammad Kadri, and today I will present about the element of annual report. So let's proceed. So what are the elements of annual report? Based on company and group financial reporting and edition written by Jean Lazar, there are 7 elements of annual report. The elements are chairman statement, corporate governance statement, audit committee report, statement on internal control, social responsibility statement, financial statement, and the last one is auditor's report. So let's go through one. For chairman statement, they need to have the present operation of the various division of the company, dividends, financial position, economic performance, major development, employees, and future prospect. For corporate governance statement, corporate governance statement is the way a company is governed, as well as the interaction between a company's manager bodies, its shareholders, and other stakeholders. So in the corporate governance statement must have composition of the board, number of the board meeting held during the year, direction, remuneration, director's training, dialogue with shareholders, accountability, and audit, and the last one is director responsibility. Next, audit committee report. So audit committee report is to provide a quarterly and annual snapshot of the financial report process, the audit process, information on the company's internal control system, and ensures that the company is in compliance with laws and regulations. Statement on internal control is a public accountability document that describes the effectiveness of internal control in an organization and is personally signed by the accounting officer. Financial statement, this includes the balance sheet, income statement, and the statement of cash flow. I'm sure that you are familiar with financial statements, so we proceed. Auditor's report is a statement by the auditor regarding the findings of their audit of the company's book. And the last one is social responsibility is individuals and companies have a duty to act in the best interest of their environment and society as a whole. Okay, next is Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad requirement. So what is the requirement? First, the company must have additional disclosure regarding the performance of the company. Second, make a preliminary statement of result within 6 months following the end of the financial. And the last one is issue half-yearly reports regarding their performance within the 3 months following the end of the half year. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. I'm Ahmad Ilmi Izzat bin Muhammad Adnan and I will explain to you about the advantages and disadvantages of changes from partnership to a company. Let's go. There will be 4 advantages that I will explain. The first one is easy access to earn capital. In order to earn capital for the company can issue shares of stocks to the public or even privately, preference shares and ordinary shares, for instance. From this, the company can develop and grow their businesses. But in partnership, to operate the business, the members need to contribute their assets. Second is unlimited life. The life expectancy of the company does not rely on the company's owners. It will still exist and continue even though the owners die. And third is protect your personal assets. As we all know that the legal status for company members are separate legal entities. The creditors of a company can only seek payment of debt from the company's asset. Therefore, the business's owner personal assets are excluded from the creditor's claim. And the last one is establish credibility. A business with an INC or LLC extension after its name sounds more credible and likely to attract more customers and attention from the public. And not to forget, companies also have disadvantages. The first one is difficulty of formations. Before the formation, it needs to go through 9 procedures that takes 2 weeks to complete, and the application should be sent to the Companies Commission of Malaysia, aka CCM, to make certain of the availability of proposed company's name. Second, we have double taxation. The company will have to pay taxes on 2 different levels. Firstly, its income at corporate level, and when it passes to the shareholders, they need to pay another tax on the dividends received. And the last one is take a long time to make decision. In terms of decision making by the company, it will require a long time, especially on crucial issue like dismissals of workers from the company. As we can see, after the pandemic in Malaysia began to slow down, 30% staff of Malaysia's well-known airline were dismissed due to the continuous coronavirus. And that is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Badrul Afzan and today I would like to present about the elements of financial statement between the company and the sole trader. So for the company have 6 main elements of a financial statement. The first one is asset. The section of a company's financial report on asset lists items that the company owns and controls that have a future value, such as buildings, office, and factory. The next one is liabilities. Another major element of a financial report lists the liabilities, which are company obligations toward other organizations or individuals. Next is equity. Equity is the amount that will be left over if a company sold all its assets and used the proceeds to pay all of its obligations. Revenue. The financial report section on revenue lists the cash inflows from operations, and the expenses are the cash outflows resulting from operation and overhead. The last one is profit or loss. A key element summarizing company performance is the statement of profit or loss. Revenue minus expenses represents the company profit or loss for the reporting period. That is the elements for the company. So for the sole trader, the balance sheet. The financial position of a sole trader is shown by the amount of the asset held, its liabilities, and the amount of the owner's capital. Next is the statement of financial performance, or also known as the income statement or trading account. Reports the result of earning activities for a specific time period, for a month, quarter, or a year. The next is the statement of changes in owner's equity. The statement of changes in owner's equity serves as a link between the balance sheet and the income statement by explaining the changes that took place in owner's equity or capital during the period covered. The last one is the statement of cash flows. The fourth financial statement of the sole trader is the statement of cash flow, which describes where the cash came from and where it went during the period. So that's the element for the sole trader's financial statement. And that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.